me how it works, but I want to see how it works on by myself and trying to figure out how this would work. Because if I'm going to buy something or find funding to pay for it, I want to make sure it works for me. So a lot of the devices we have, we can do free short-term loans to let someone see how it works. And then we have some things that people will borrow for an accommodation purpose, like portable aluminum ramps. We have some of those that someone says, oh, I got someone coming home from the nursing home, or grandma's coming over for the holidays and she uses a wheelchair. We don't have a ramp to get in. Can we borrow your lift, or your ramp, excuse me, and we will provide that, again, free of charge. So that's the demonstration and loan, and again, all 8 centers have that. We also help individuals with finding funding that's out there. So I mentioned the telephones and other telecommunication equipment. There's a voucher called the Telecommunication Equipment Purchase Program. We can provide information on that and help with the application process. If a person gets that voucher to buy a piece of equipment, we can help them with how to find it, how to purchase it, what company would you get it for, who are the approved vendors. Once they receive that piece of equipment, we can help an individual with setting up the device and learning how to use that. So one of the biggest barriers to independence is a lack of technology, and often as people get devices they don't know how to use or become frustrated with how it works on a regular basis and don't have anybody support them. Many vendors won't come out to your home and show you how a device works. We don't sell devices, so we're not partial that way. We're not going to promote one or the other. We give options and choices that way. I mentioned funding. We also provide a funding program in our organization, which is found at all 8 centers, called the WIS Loan Program. It's a statewide alternative financing program for assistive technology devices. That could be things like for the home modifications, devices in the home. It could be for vehicles, vehicle modifications, modified vehicles, other adaptive pieces of equipment. It could be specialized computer software, walkers, hearing aids. Anything assistive technology can be purchased with a WIS loan. And the reason we have that is that often we find folks with disabilities who are on fixed incomes or may have credit history, the issues due to medical bills, things like that, have a difficult time acquiring financing for basic devices they need that they can't afford out of pocket at a one-time cost, but they could afford a smaller amount of money out of their paycheck or out of their Social Security check. Or they may get a loan that's very high interest. The interest rate on ours is a fixed 6.5% interest rate. And if people tell us, well, I got a 4.5 from my credit union, we tell them go there. We're not out. We don't make any profit from these loans. The money that goes in goes toward the loan. We just help facilitate and provide option for somebody. So, and the only way to get that loan is to go through one of the 8 centers. Another loan program that's not necessarily technology, but it's the same process, is a telework loan for individuals who are interested in working from home or want to begin their own self-employment, and they need the funding to help with startup costs or other capital expenses. The telework loan is very helpful for that. So, basically a board meets, and they look, once a month they meet, and they look at a whole variety of factors, including credit and other income and those related issues, but they also put weight on what is the technology for, if they have bad credit, why do they have bad credit, and so it's more flexible to provide people that opportunity. And actually the repayment rate on the WIS loan is better than most bank repayment rates, so it really dispels a lot of myths about lending to people with disabilities and people with lower incomes. So that's all the assistive technology. We also do accessibility assessment services. So if somebody wants to know how to make their home more accessible for them, we can go in and provide information. It might be technology, it might be common ways to just adjust the way the house is set up. It could be recommendations on how to actually do structural modifications. And if somebody seeks a list of contractors or how to acquire contractors, how to deal with contractors, we can provide that information as well. The technology services and accessibility assessment services I mentioned, we do, all of our services we do at no cost to the individual, but we are a vendor for DVR, managed care, IRIS, so some of those things we do as well on a fee-based service for those entities. So if somebody is in a long-term care system or in DVR and seeks technology or accessibility assessment, that would be a fee-based service we would go ask that funder to pay for, but never the individual. The other things that we do, so moving beyond technology and accessibility assessments, we also provide benefits assistance. So our staff Generally can do assistance with applying for Social Security, disability benefits, also for medical assistance, food stamps or food assistance, food share. We can help with that application process. We can help with appeal issues. For Social Security, we can help with the initial request for reconsideration and the request for a fair hearing, but we do not